Hi, in this tutorial, we are going to learn function in Python. A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. You can pass the data known as parameter into a function. A function can return the data as a result. So let us see in the graph. As I told you that in in Python function is defined using the def keyword. That is def is used for the define a function, and that is our keyword. And then after the def keyword, then we should give a function name. So then it should be the our parameter, and parameter should be inside the parenthesis. Then it should be a colon, a single colon. Then that should be a contain four spaces or one tab inside the function. Then that should be our body of statement as you seen in the graph. Then that should be our written expression inside the statement. Then then we have to execute our function method. So we have to call our function name, then to execute our method or function. So let us take an example. So let's say I have to define a function, so I have to must use the def keyword. And let's say my function name is my function, and here in the parameter is the optional. You can pass the parameter or not. So this is the optional thing. So in this case I'm not using the parameter. So there should be a colon in the last. Inside the colon, there is you can if you will type enter, that will automatically execute four spaces or one tab. So inside the function name, then I print hello world. So so I define my function, and inside the function there is a statement is my print hello world. So I want to call the function. So to call in the function, so we have to call our function name with our parenthesis. So here I'm calling the function myfun and parenthesis. So if I run this, it will print me the hello world cube. Alright. So if I'll do the uh, let's say my parameter, let's say this is my parameter p1. If and I must have to give a parameter, let's say 5 anything. This is my parameter value 5, and if I run this, it will give me the same output. Okay. So make sure that you do not give parameter unless you use inside the statement or inside the function. Okay. So let's take in more deeply, and you can pass the parameter as we called as an argument and keyword argument. So let's say when we should use argument and keyword argument. uh, for example, you do not know that how many parameters are going to pass inside the function. In this case, you have to use argument and keyword argument is passed in the function name. So for example, let's say, let me copy this and paste it here. Say I do not know that how many parameter we are going to pass. So suppose that I can pass here argument and keyword argument. In argument and keyword argument, the argument should be a one asterisk, and the keyword argument that should contain the double asterisk. So inside the parameter, so if you do not know that how many parameter you are going to pass, so in this case you have to pass argument and keyword argument. So that is optional. If I run, so that will be passed the same thing. All right. So the next topic we are going to talk about, let's say argument are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis. You can add as many arguments as you want, just separate it with a comma. Okay. So for example, here I am going to let's say suppose let's say this is fine. name, say my argument is calling the passing the argument or passing or parameter. You can say anything you want. Then I will pass say reference. Okay. So here I'm going to passing the, let's say my name is, alright. So if I'll pass this same with the Jami reference. Okay. So I must use a space after this name. Okay. So let's say I can pass and I'm passing the multiple for calling the function name multiple times and changing the name. Shami Hari Sham. So if I'll call this, it will say my name is Jem is my name, Hari is my name, and Sam is my name. And you are passing this argument here inside the print statement. And you are calling this the function name with argument. So in this way you can also call the function name. The next thing is also you can also connection, let's say x comma y, let's say print. I can also you can also pass the return keyword. The return keyword simply do that return the statement. So for example, let's say create a variable which is jet. That a variable that contains the statement which is our x plus y and giving us some expressions. In this case, I'm return the jet. So simply the return statement used for the return a specific value, which is my jet. And again, I'm calling the my function name, which is summation. And let's say x value is my 10 and y value is my 15. And here my x parameter, the value is here 10, and y parameter, the value is my 15. And always remember that here the expression is having that z equal to x plus y, and x is my 10 and y is my 15. So the z value will be 10 plus 15 will be 25. But if I run this, it will simply return the our value, which is our z, and z is our 25, which is the expression of x plus y. All right. So you can also just remember that inside the function, this variable is called our local variable. So inside the function, the variable which is mentioned is a local variable, and outside of our function, let's say this is my z1, or let's say 30, and this is called our global variable, and this variable is called local variable. Okay. So always remember that outside of the function, the variable which is declared, this is called global variable, and inside the function, the variable is called the local variable. All right. So this is the example of function. The next session we are going to talk about the more deeply about function and what is the benefit of using the function.